How's it going, guys? Yeah, I'm going to walk around a little bit. I want to talk about the Hurricane Hugo. I'm going to put this on here. Hugo it was 1989, and I was living at Aztec Apartments, and that's when me and my fiance were together, getting ready to get married. And I liked her. Don't get me wrong. She's a fine-looking woman. I saw her when she was a little younger at a warehouse working. She's a fox, beautiful lady. And we got married, and I mean, things were pretty good our first year of marriage. Now, Hugo, Cloudy McLean, I'll never forget him. He comes on the air and says, a hurricane's going to hit us. What? What the hell are you talking about? A hurricane's not going to hit Charlotte. No way. It's impossible. Can't be done. Guys, let me tell you what. I was sleeping that day or that evening, and I kept hearing something knocking on my window. Bang, bang, bang. I thought somebody's out there messing around. I was a pretty badass then. I've calmed down at my old age. I still can take somebody down very quickly, and they'd be screaming in pain. But I'm not a physical kind of guy. But I got mad. So I got my stick, and it was a badass stick, and it had a point on the bottom of it. I could go like that. I was just the way I was. And you're living in Charlotte and East Charlotte, you kind of have to do that. I opened up the door, the wind, whew, I went, you know, what the hell? I walked out and looked. Hugo had hit Charlotte, North Carolina. Oh my God. Oh man, it was nice to watch. It just amazed me. Rain was going this way. I could see tree limbs, big tree limbs falling down. You know, it was awful. It was awful. It tore Charlotte up bad. We didn't have power for like a week. It was awful. It really was. I'm gonna put this on here. Um, guys, like I said, I'm just trying to get my life back together again. And I keep asking doctors, and they don't know. They'll look at me and go, I don't know what's wrong with you. You went to medical school and you don't know what's wrong with me? You need to sleep more. But Hugo, let me explain something about Hugo. Hugo was like a bowling ball, and it just went bam, and it just kept on picking up speed. I had the opportunity, I was working for a friend of mine in his chemical company for car wash soap and tire cleaner and stuff like that. I went down to the coast of, I think it was Myrtle Beach, down there on Merrill's Inlet. And I was driving through there, and it was awful. It was awful. I mean, I'll never forget Hugo for as long as I live, and I won't ever forget it. You know, so I'm gonna put this on here. If you don't know anything about Hugo, it was a bad ass. It was. I'll never forget it. I mean, I remember I got in my car and we were going. And you could go. They made a road, or on the road you could go through, and you could see limbs over you hanging where it come down. Big oak trees, huge oak trees, boom, fell down. And Charlotte was worried because we're a tree city. We have beautiful trees here, you know. So I'm gonna put this on here, and kind of like I said, I don't know. I can't even do nothing. If I go upstairs, because I got a delivery coming, I think, or is it 3 to 5? Lord, I don't know. So I'm gonna go ahead and end this and drink some more water and figure out what I want to eat. And like I said, rest in peace, James Evans of Good Times. Peace, guys.